What's going on, guys? So there are two questions that a lot of my followers and subscribers have been asking me recently, and the first question is your transmission issue fixed? The second question is, what happened to the ticket? What happened to your license? Do you still have a license? Everything like that. Unfortunately today, I can only answer one of those questions. Earlier today I was on my way to Andy's and we still can't figure out the issue. We haven't tried our method yet because something is wrong with the tuning program or whatever. We haven't even tried to do a relearn on the transmission. So you'll see that in a later video, because right now I'm kind of like literally in the middle. I'm actually driving home from his house right now. So we're like halfway to the end of that video. So you'll notice I'll be wearing the exact same thing that I'm wearing in that video. Anyways, the second question, do I still have a license? Did I lose my license? What happened with the ticket? What happened with your court date? Well, I can tell you that I still currently have my license. As you can see, I'm driving my vehicle, but that doesn't really stop anybody, you know, who has their license taken away. They still drive illegally. However, I did retain my license, and I'm going to tell you guys just some quick details about how my court hearing went. I had it on Monday this week, and I was really trying to figure out a way to say all this and not like give too many details, and just there's some stuff you don't need to talk about. You know, this is kind of like a private issue, obviously, with myself, and so it shouldn't really be broadcasted, but I will let you guys in on a few points into why I still have my license. So when I got my lawyer, it was like a couple months ago. It was right after I got my ticket, really, and I received a letter in the mail saying I was going to lose my license for 6 months. So I got a lawyer shortly after that. He filed an appeal on the ticket, or I'm sorry, on the suspension. And basically what happened was, throughout the course of those next few months, I did 2 online driver's courses, basically driver safety, stuff like that courses, and I also provided a driver's history records, stuff like that, which I have a clean driver's record. It's basically like a speeding ticket and going through a red light in the let's say, how many years I've been driving? 12 years I've been driving, I think. Yeah, I think I can do the math right. But either way, great driving record, completed 2 courses, and I also got a close friend of mine who is very well known in the area to write up a letter of recommendation, basically stating that I am a active, valued member of society, and you know, that I'm not some bum that's not contributing to society, or I'm not into drugs or something. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a good citizen. Like, I deserve to have my license, pretty much, you know? I'm not going around, like, you know, every time I get behind the wheel, aggressively driving, going through red lights, going through stop signs, you know, speeding 100 miles an hour in a 35. I'm not doing that, you know, every time I go out. This was something I did, and it was stupid, and I shouldn't have done it, right? Well, all that taken into account, we walk into the courtroom this past Monday, and I was feeling nervous because honest to God, I thought my lawyer, he was like, yeah, he's good, he's well known, he's been in it for about 25, 30 years, and he was high rated, very, very high respected lawyer. And I was still like, man, that's a hard thing to kind of wipe clean, right? Like, I thought maybe I'd get like a month or so license suspension, and I was already prepared. I was going in there prepared to have my license suspended. I was. And we went in the courtroom, and I met up with him. Very nice guy. My lawyer's a very nice guy. We met up, and the officer was there that stopped me, and we talked about it, and he talked to me, and he said, you know, he said, you're a nice guy. He's like, I see that you did all this stuff. I see that you took these driver's courses. I see that you have a letter of recommendation, and I see your driver's history is pretty clean from when you've been driving, you know, for 12 years, 2 incidences. I'd say that's pretty good. And minor incidences, and that, if that, you know what I mean? So he said it was good, and he respected me, and he saw that I was dressed real nice, and I walked in there with a suit and tie. You know, you guys, if you ever go to a court or anything like that, don't walk into a courtroom with fucking jeans and t-shirt on. So don't do that, man. Just go in best dressed, because you know what that means? That means already looks is one thing. You know, you look at that person, they're like, oh, this person already looks professional, and they already look serious, and they look like they care about what they're going into, rather than just getting out of bed and throwing a set of dirty jeans and a t-shirt on. I couldn't believe how many people I saw in that courtroom. They were literally dressed casually. Casually. You should be dressed formally entering a courtroom. I don't care what you're doing. Dress formal. So I dressed formal in a suit and tie, and yeah, and it made an impression, you know. And I held my head high, and I was nice to everybody, and you know what? They take notice to that. Because let's be honest, we all make mistakes. We all do stupid shit. I don't want anyone saying they don't. I don't want to say, no, I'm just an angel. They got a halo around. Okay. We all do stuff that we shouldn't. You know, we all broken the law at least once in our lives, and I believe that, you know, I believe in a second chance, and that's basically what I've been given, as a second chance on this, and they've completely expunged everything. I have no suspension. There's a little catch though. They're instead of, I'm not getting anything. I'm actually, instead of getting charged with like racing on highways, I'm getting charged with careless driving. And they added 3 points to my license, which really isn't a big deal, because I mean 3 points is 3 points, because I didn't have any to begin with, because my record was so good. So, you know, as long as I stay good and do that, you know, those points will go away in like a year, you know. So I'm not really too worried about it. You know, I don't get stopped a lot, you know, and if I do, it's for something minor, and usually the cop understands, and you just gotta be nice to these guys, you know. Like I said, people make mistakes. Don't be an asshole to them. They understand, you know, they do it too. I'm sure the cops speed all the time in their own cop cars. Like, I see it happen all the time, and they run red lights, you know, by accident or whatever, but it is their job to pull you over, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to keep the roads safe. So, just respect them and everything like that. And if you run into a situation where you want to fight your ticket, do it the proper way. Get a lawyer. If you fight it, be very respectable and go about it the right way. Do your homework, do everything you can. You need to show them that you're a good driver, and that's exactly what I did. You know, I showed them that I was a good driver and I needed my license, and that was just a stupid mistake. I don't think a stupid mistake warrants 6-month license suspension when you have people around me driving without their lights on at night. Or I just passed literally 3 accidents on this highway, 3 within a matter of like 5 miles. Fender benders. Because why? Because someone's on their cell phone, or somebody's not paying attention to the radio, or I saw a girl trying to do her freaking hair next to me, and I'm driving. I'm like, well, you gotta be kidding me. You're like doing your hair, and no, that's stupid. You know, and here I am, like, yes, I'm making this video, but my eyes are at this road. Like, I am paying attention to this road right now, you know? So that's the difference. You know, you got people like that are driving around freely and no problem, and they are the issue, you know? So when you see a guy that's there, and you know, he's got barely anything on his record, and he's nice, you know, I mentioned, you know, that I did do, you know, charity work. You know, I don't just drive around reckless in my car and think I'm like all badass and shit. No, I take my car and do charity work and stuff like that, go to car shows, and obviously I do the YouTube stuff. So that all kind of takes into account, like, I'm bettering myself, and I'm kind of like a valued member to society, as I'm a valued member, but you know, so that's basically it, and that's how I came out on top. You know, I had a great lawyer. That's the first thing you need to do, is get a great lawyer. But secondly, I mean, you need to do everything that lawyer tells you, and you need to basically hold your head high and just keep at it, you know. If I'd have let it go, I'd have been sitting on a 6-month license suspension. But I don't want to let that happen, because me personally, I don't believe I deserve that. So that's pretty much all I'm saying about that. So yeah, that's what happened with my license. I am currently clean. I can drive whenever and wherever I want, and obviously I won't be racing on any roads anytime soon. We did get a chance to add a quart to 2 quarts of transmission fluid in my transmission today, which obviously provided somewhat of a cushion. But like I said, that'll all be in a different video. I don't want to go too much into that, because this video is basically mainly for the outcome of my license and everything like that. So there you go. I'm all good. We're good. No more doing dumb shit. So be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Subscribe if you have not already, and have a great day.